media thing, right?
That is why I try to get to you.
Yes.
The real fact.
Yeah, so watch me now. Me work.
So now, this lady I get conquered, you know. Me give her the bravery to ask the question. But Andrew, you know, die-heartedness, sometimes just not having all the facts and then you're not really think, you're not use critical thinking. Because again, the two situations that we compared a while ago, brother, a lime and not even citrus, a lime and melon, two different blouse and skirting. In using charisma mash up the lane. It sounds good, but it's garbage. Rubbish.
Rubbish. The police them work hard to bring the situation under control.
And remember, say you compromise, bro. I remember the United States here that. So you could have worked hard with the police them look more. For United States, they say, oh, watch you know. We are use Jamaicans on dumpster yard because the man can't stay so you know. You don't have no choice, you can't tell them no. So nobody try to see a face. Understand geopolitics, ladies and gentlemen. Keep this now. Good night.
Yes.
And by the way, to be frank, the Americans never even approach us with that. If you listen to the new ambassador, the new American ambassador who is coming to Jamaica when she was being reviewed and interviewed in their Congress, you know what she said?
We are dealing.
Said the Jamaican government has done so well to reduce crime. Then how would they now come to ask us to take murderers and criminals? No, foolishness.
But Andrew, it's not foolishness. If you are just over reducing crime, then see them more or less so you can control them greatest and criminal don't have the capacity to do so. Yo, I don't know who he thinks he's talking well. You know who he thinking about that. Yeah? He person they enjoy time. But when we start to analyze the situation, we just know for him.
Fully don't.
I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
And we would never accept that.
Yes, sir.
So the people who are likely to come are persons who are vetted, and we are insisting that whoever it is that will come, and they are not deportees in the strictest sense of the word as we understand it.
So now you have to say these are technically not deportees. Then why them I throw them out? Did they go to America legally? If they did it legally, why them I send them out of the country? They are deportees. Isn't Jamaica supposed to be a what? What do you call it? Not a transshipment hub. You can't call it that. It's like you're gonna go here and then go somewhere else. That's supposed to be it, but they just want to get them on. No, you see, I would love to have an interview with Marco Rubio. No, I'm telling you, I would love to have an interview with Marco Rubio. Yes, I would love to have that interview. Honestly. I'll just ask him one question. Listen, we want to know exactly what you meant when you said the most despicable people. And are those despicable people applied to the third country national program? And does that apply to every single country you are in talks with? That's all I would love to know.
They are coming here to transit back to their home country.
So, Andrew, that's the word I was looking for. They are here to transit back to their own country. So, I have a fruitful question to ask. Why they never send them straight? Why they need to come to Jamaica? And why is Horace Champ telling us that if they want to stay, they can apply to stay? If it's to transit to another country. And thank you to the person that sent me that gift. I'm just, critical thinking, man. Critical questions. Inquiring minds would like to know. Because this sounds like a bag of rubbish. One bag of rubbish.
That's it. So they're not expected to stay
Fully
here
done.
for any long period of time. It is a mere transit period. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister.
Andrew, Pastor Orange Champion tell me, say, if 10 people is here, the program is stopping. And that him tell you, you know. And then can apply for citizenship. And as a matter of fact, if they don't get citizenship, the cost to deport them from Jamaica is going to be on us taxpayers. And we have those things on record. I'm speaking from memory. So, this picture we appear to this lady now, on a compose, is sending mixed signals, tell the entire truth, give the full details.
National Security Minister of Information. They will give you more information as they have completed negotiations. But
hey, big up Queen, you know. Big up Queen Candy and big up Carleen, you know. Big up yourself here. The soon in the comment section. Barbara, big up yourself. Denton, thank you for keep tapping. Let's get to 50K tonight, ladies and gentlemen. At the weekend, you know, so feel free for, you understand, splash up the screen and make it look pretty and them something. Yeah. Make the screen look pretty TikTok. You know it go.
To give you the assurance. Don't follow foolishness.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely nothing like that.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely nothing like that. Alright? And nobody has come to Jamaica under the agreement so far. Alright? Because the agreement has not been operationalized. We don't work out so far the term. Alright? Because the agreement has not been operationalized. We don't work out the terms. Where they're going to stay and all of those things. Those things not worked out yet. We are in negotiations with them, but it's not worked out yet.
How do you sign an agreement that is not worked out yet? Hello, somebody. How do you sign an agreement that is not worked out yet? Hey, Andrew, take a video. Sometimes I have to laugh and I get vexed, yeah, man. Yo, I say Andrew take with it. Idiot. Yo, the man has no respect. The man take with a full idiot. The man thinks that everybody on the island fully dance. Like some of my people let me follow him. How do you sign an agreement that does not have the full details of the agreement? What would give you the right to say, well, you know, say, we have a back out the agreement because I don't like that clause there? Well, you don't sign the agreement already. Why you have to sign it? You have to wait till they don't tell you full details before you sign it. So now they're going to put their foot in their mouth. According to our structure, sign agreement. Total madness, Jamaica. And why would you sign something but they don't work out the logistics? That's like a contract that is not finished. I'm just saying. You don't understand that. Well, I'm going to lift up that. Why would you do that? Give us all, you see the fine print in our contract are the most important part. You know? Give us all the details and then we can look at it and consider it. As a matter of fact, the right thing to do is to come and consult with the people of Jamaica. Period. That part. That part.
Alright? So rest assured.
Thanks, man.
Alright, we can't work so hard to bring the crime rate down. Sometimes we must think.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yes, sir.
Alright, go.
Okay.
Alright, so I've just...
Yeah, you want me to think about me? This might be staged. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. These people are something else, bro. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my platforms. BOLO TBV.
You don't need to punish your body to transform it before vacation. If your booty looks like this...
Oh my God. Pause. Lord of mercy. So, let me make you hear what Will Rattigan said. And by the way, for those who don't know, Antigua and Barbuda, they decided that they're going to consult the people of Antigua and Barbuda. They're going to debate the actual deal in the house. You understand? That is how a democracy works. Alright? Anyway, me could hear Mr. Willie Rattigan react to the same thing when me react to a while ago with the video with Miss Eugene. Me could hear it. Go forward a little bit. No.
Wait, the Prime Minister said to you, Jenny, sit down.
40 that are coming to Jamaica, that you are welcoming them here. They are rapists, murderers, and you're carrying them to Jamaica.
What's up, guys? Check this out. Watch to the end. Bless up.
All right, so I've just handed over a social housing unit, and I'm here with the lovely Eugenie Brown. You see how she look? Eugenie approached me with a concern. Tell him what.
Hey, let me tell you something. You see, Andrew, when they ever hear when woman say, oh, your mouth sweet. Yo, when they want to talk about this, but me can't tell no lie. Andrew, you stop it. Yo, Andrew, you have to behave yourself, bro. You never have to lay hands so thick on the lady, brother. You could have just big up the lady, but you never have to lay hands so thick on the lady, bro. Remember, see you're married, you know, bro? It's unnecessary, you know? It's unnecessary to embellish the truth, bro. Unnecessary, bro. Real thing. Context matters. Let's continue.
Your concern.
Yes, sir. I get to understand that the deportees that are coming to Jamaica, that you are welcoming them here, they are rapists, murderers, and you're carrying them to Jamaica. Oh, we're going to survive with them here under these circumstances that's going on in Jamaica. We are trying to put under control. How we going to manage those with them? We want to know exactly if they are victims or whatsoever.
So who tell you that now?
I hear it on the social media, and I saw Mr. Golden demonstrating yesterday in Goal, saying that you are inviting convicted people in Jamaica.
And you believe that?
I don't believe it, but that is why I asked you.
Good.
If I didn't believe, I would run with it.
All right.
That is why I'm asking you.
There are two lessons here. One, don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of you because you hear something, you don't take it as true.
Yeah.
You go and seek further information to verify it.
Yes, sir.
And that is called media literacy.
Yes.
Right? Because not everything, and especially on social media,
Yes, sir.
I would say about 80% of the things you see on social media are not fully accurate.
Yes.
All right? And so it is good that you...
You know what you said? Not fully accurate. Still accurate. Still accurate.
I love it.
This is someone who recently has been putting out a lot of things on social media.
Yeah, so the 20% the 20% is fully accurate
Yes.
coming out from him.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
felt the need to ask. All right. Second issue is that it is not true.
Okay, sir.
The government of Jamaica has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of the United States. It is not yet operationalized, meaning that though we have an agreement, no one has been brought to Jamaica under that agreement because we have not worked out as yet the terms on which they would come. What we have worked out with them is that we're not taking no murderer, we're not taking no rapist, we're not taking no pedophile, no one with a criminal background will be taken on that MOU.
No, let me stop it right there, people. Remember what Marco Rubio said? We're sending you some of the most despicable people we have in our system, our immigration system. He said that. But beyond that, Mr. Prime Minister, Eugenia, listen up, listen up. Or if you know people, when I go tell her, say, we'll call her for come in the class. Let me ask the Prime Minister something now. A man is a serial murderer in any country. Pick a country. And he's running away and he travels to the United States. He's caught at the border. And now he's turned away. And he won't tell them where he's from. So they can't get papers from his government to say, okay, this is your national, we're going to return him to you. He can't get the papers. And here Marco Rubio said that happens all the time. So now, he's sent to Jamaica. He's sent to Jamaica. I want the Prime Minister to tell me now, how is he going to vet that person to say that person is not a criminal? How? How, Mr. Prime Minister? How?
But Ratty, here's another thing that still I can't understand. They sign an agreement. So that means I buy a house, I'm sign an agreement to say I buy a house. So there's no specification whether it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, but I have to pay $1 million for the house. So when we get the house now,
Yo, this elder you talk about the same thing. Conrad Abraham, dig up yourself. The elder Pam Will Rattigan, the man is saying the exact same thing when I'm saying in my reaction. How are you going to sign an agreement when the details, the fine print is the most important part of a contract? Why would you do that? That is irresponsible. That is the most basic rule in the legal world where contract is concerned. The lawyer then would have to read the details and see if 1, it complies with international law, 2, it complies with the local laws here in Jamaica, and 3, you would have to go and seek guidance from the people of Jamaica, because this is something that is going to affect every single one of us. But they want to sign a deal. They work so backwards. Sign the deal, then work out the logistics, and you're telling me that you guys aren't a puppet. And then Andrew Holness putting foot in our mouth by saying, well, America did not approach us with that. What? What do you mean? He said to the lady, no, America did not approach us saying they want to send the most despicable human beings. He never did that. Yo. So Andrew, I want to go to them and actually initiated whatever this is. That even make it worse. Because if you went to them, 1, who leaked it? Because Mr. Will Rattigan said something interesting on the live, you know. Because I listen to Audrey Marks, you know. Audrey Marks is saying that is a individual. The way you should say it in a context is a single individual that leaked the information, you know. And there's more information based off what Audrey Marks has said that individual did not put out there, you know. And that is why it's causing confusion, you know. And I got a call from another, you know, member of the fraternity of independent, you know, independent journalists on YouTube, right? And the person said to me, Bolo, ease off of that story because it appears as if this thing was put out there to actually cause confusion. I'm going to say, alright, I'm going to tread softly because I respect the person. You understand what I deal with? But that's why I'm just going to continue to ask questions, because until we get clarity, there's a genuine cause for concern. And it's rooted based off what Marco Rubio. Nobody has said Marco Rubio not talking about the TCNs. You know. Nobody not said that. You know what I'm saying? No, he said that, but that doesn't apply to us. We are saying to you, Andrew Holness and the government, do not believe him. Show evidence. And as a matter of fact, we are going beyond that. How the law is structured, you cannot know who these people are because they are illegals. They never went to America with the information because they weren't applying for a visa or they weren't applying for stay. and they went there the legal way. So you know the process is for anybody that tried to go and live overseas. All of your details are there. Your record has to be clean, else you're not gonna have a chance. So the persons them that go through the border illegally to go to America, two things are likely. The most important one is they probably have a criminal record. How bad that record is, we don't know. The fact that we don't know, USA can't know either based off international law, because the lawyer on Colin Bell show told us, listen, them can't send them fingerprint back to. As a matter of fact, how are they going to know which country they're from? Them not have no papers. Them not have no paper. You don't even know where them come from. You can deduce it based off how them talk and them language and them something and how them look. But again, that is not a definitive thing. That is a guess. You're actually guessing. So this entire thing is a ball of confusion, and the government needs to stop pretending as if they have everything under control, because we don't trust them and their management. It seems that this is chaotic, and the fact that they are coming out every time they open their mouth to get worse. Every time they talk, we lose more confidence in the story. Oh, no, notice that? Are you guys getting more every time Andrew Marks, Dana Morris Dixon, Horace Chang especially, when him talk, me start freaking up. Because me I say, brother, you are the Minister of National Security, and you don't know what the hell is going on with something that has to do with national security. The man sound like him off in rockers, him don't know what him a talk about. 1 minute him a say this, next minute him gone north, next minute him gone south, east, west. Him the all over the place. Him the all over. There's one and two things that him consistent about. But even those things that he's consistent about, when you listen to RG Marks and you listen to Dana Morris Dixon and you listen to Andrew, I don't know what going. I don't know if there's a breakdown in communication between them. I don't know if them not see eye to eye. I don't know what's going on. But me feel nervous, Jamaica. Me feel nervous. Right? And so we have a labor right now. You know, persons like you, I wish you're directly affected by these individuals that come out to Jamaica. Yeah, man, I wish you're directly affected. I don't want you to lose a life, I don't want bad acting. But I want you to at least realize the gravity of the situation and why we are here and have concerns. Talking about, oh, God bless no man curse. Which God? You're talking about Baal? Are that the Baal? Are that the God that you're talking about? I can't the true living God of the universe you're talking about. It cannot be. It cannot be the true living God of the universe. You must be talking about some God where I worship with all type of witchcraft and them something there. It can't be God of all things. It cannot be the creator of all things. Andrew Holness is not with God, and God is not with Andrew. And if you don't recognize that, I don't know if you tell us it. Does Jamaica seem like a blessed country to you? Is Jamaica prospering? Biggest thing to this side of the world happen right now. World Cup. Where is Jamaica? At home. No representation. Not even in our group stage. Not even 3 match. We had everything on a plate for us to go there. You know say what happened to Miss Universe? You know say Jamaica curse? Jamaica under judgment. You know remember when she dropped? Them things they are signs. Those things are signs. Who know? So we can't stay there. Let's continue.
Have a bathroom or a kitchen. There's no specificity.
He's not a criminal. How? How, Mr. Prime Minister? How?
But Ratty, here's another thing that still I can't understand. They sign an agreement. So that means me buy a house, and me sign an agreement to say me buy a house. So there's no specification whether it's a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, but me have to pay $1 million for the house. So when we get the house now, not even have a bathroom or a kitchen, and we pay $1 million. You sign an agreement, and you don't work out the details of the agreement. That is, I mean, you do agreement. That is 101 in law, business law.
Repeat them something. This is a bottle of water, right? It's upright. We turn it so. What is it? Still a bottle of water. We turn it so. Still a bottle of water. We go so. People, don't make him fool you.
Don't make them fool you.
When I try to describe to you the position of the bottle of water to make it sound like, but at the end of the day, the bottle still contain water. Now, let me show you something. And thanks to the professor, we could just put Eugene up on the side a little bit. Look on this, people. Look on this. This is a copy of the memo. But this is between the US and Antigua. Here it is. Right? There it is. And it have all of the regular, all of the standard language in it. Blah, 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 blah. There it is right there. We have it. We'll go through it another time. For the government of Jamaica, of United States, government of Antigua and Barbuda. Here is the one now. Wait, Kevin, hide this. Wait there. Hide this. No, hide that? No. What the one that Kevin, the letter? The white paper.
Yeah, the white paper. It says white paper.
Which part is there?
Up a little bit. Up some more. It starts with white paper.
No, I don't see it.
Your screen blurry right so.
No, I don't see it. Hold on, I'll move this.
No man, go up.
Antigua, not use of embassy. No. Oh, here it is. All right. Look on these people. What we just don't show you is the memo that is supposed to be signed by the US and Antigua and Barbuda. Gaston Brown is the leader of Antigua and Barbuda. Look when put up. Look at this.
Sassy, what's up, my baby?
Antigua to publish a white paper on proposed third country national relocation plan. Now, let's get to a little bit of this. See this? Gaston Brown said the document will set out the background to discussions with Washington. You hear that him say? Him say, we have to put out a white paper and we're going to discuss it with Washington.
No.
And him say, and that will the principles and conditions under which any cooperation could be considered. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The government has determined that the matter engages important questions of sovereignty, legal responsibility, public finance, national security, social stability, and Antigua and Barbuda's international obligations. It has therefore concluded that the issue should be addressed in a clear, orderly, and transparent manner. And how is that? What does that clear, orderly, and transparent manner look like? Sita, the government said the white paper will also explain that Antigua and Barbuda has approached the matter in a spirit of friendship and cooperation, while making it clear that as a small state with limited resources and limited absorptive capacity, it cannot responsibly accept open-ended obligations involving persons who are not its nationals and whose removal is sought by another country. Look at that. The document, CETA people, the document will be laid before Parliament. CETA, before Parliament, for what? For debate. Look at this. This will afford members of Parliament the opportunity to consider the matter fully and to express their views on an issue of national importance. In taking this step, the government reaffirmed its commitment to transparency, accountability, and informed national discussion. Look at this. Look at this. Parliamentary consideration will ensure that Antigua and Barbuda's position is examined in the nation's highest representative forum. See, right, last one, the cabinet endorsed recommendations on the negotiation position put forward by Brown regarding blah, 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 blah. So what they're saying that we are going to bring this now to the people's house for the elected members to look at this thing and have a discussion. We're going to debate it. Did you hear that out of Jamaica? Did you hear that? No. What you heard was, when we finish with it, we bring it to you now. Not before. Not before.
Crazy.
We'll bring it to you when we finish. Now, is that a responsible way to run a democracy?
Cannot be. Jamaica, it cannot be a responsible way to run a democracy. It is impossible. There's no way you can tell me that that is responsible. This government is doing things backwards. And we have to call it for what it is. You have to.
I mean, that as an allergy to truth. Allergy to truth.
I want to assure you of that. And I want to then now take you to another analysis of the situation. As a Jamaican, you remember when they were seeking to increase the number of Jamaicans who were being deported here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you realize how strongly I was. I sent a message to the persons who are coming back. When you come back to Jamaica, nobody come here
Yes, sir. Yes,
with no
sir.
badness. Nobody feel like it's the same Jamaica that you left 10 years ago. When you come back here, different business.
Yes, sir.
And I was very strong on that.
Yes, sir.
Then you think, say, no, me would have got take foreign criminal come here.
That is why.
Some of the things them me don't know.
Mr. Prime Minister Holness, you don't know who's coming to Jamaica, sir. You don't know. You don't have the ability to get these people.
Impossible.
What?
You hear what the man say? He doesn't have the ability to vet the people that is coming here. He doesn't have the ability. Well, let me see what I'm going. Come and ask the people in where I'm saying. BOLO TBV on the good. Who that? Larkland Google. Larkland, I say. First things first, if you are a highly skilled individual, you would not move to US legally. Well, there you go. Secondly, if you have an issue in the US, you would move on your own to places like Canada, etc. The US would not be responsible to kick you out. Another question, what would stop a skilled US citizen to go work in Jamaica today? Do you need a program for such? No, me like that question there. That's cute. You want me read that again? Jamaica, listen to this. What would stop a skilled US citizen to go work in Jamaica today? Do you need a program for such? So when RG Marks are come to tell we say, you know, we were looking for skilled workers. Skilled workers to any country. Bull crap. Thank you for that question, Larkland. What is going on with my this? I don't know what took place, man. Let me fix things. Yes, so no skilled worker is leaving America in any program. If them skilled and them need work, then just go and apply independently. America is not in the business of letting go of talented people. When did you ever hear about that? If you have talent and you have purpose, they want you as a resource to make sure so you depend for them side. So I am confused, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I never thought about that before. This idea that RG Marks and Dana Moritz Dixon and the whole labor right them cook up about them looking. There's a argument about they're conflating the thing about skilled workers. It's a lie from the pits of hell. Are you always telling me about being, you know? Classy, you know what I mean? Nobody live, you know. And I accept another body live.
Security and intelligence apparatus you have in Jamaica, they cannot tell, they can't run traces on these people outside of Jamaica.
Cannot.
You get
the simple thing is that Eugenia, whatever his name, not even thinking that they're Jamaicans and they're deported, they know they're Jamaicans, then going back to Jamaica. Whether they're a thief, rapist, or anything, they are going back. You have no say in refusing them coming back.
Okay.
Period.
So, I mean, it's just double talk. You know,
nonsense. Look up to
That is why I try to get to you.
Yes.
Eugenia, get to us. Forget about him. Get to us.
Real fast.
Yeah, so watch me now. Me work hard, you know.
What?
The police them work hard to bring the situation
That
under
is
control.
funny, honey.
And by the way, to be frank, the Americans never even approach us with that.
Oh my
You
God,
hear that?
that's funny.
You hear that?
I will know. I will know.
Do you hear that, people? He said the Americans did not approach us with that, with the TCN. Yet, we hear them earlier saying the Americans approached us, and Audrey Marks, Minister Audrey Marks said it was the Americans who approached us. You hear where he cut? Wait, what cut? No, he cut there. Oh, wait. You hear the man say, he said, it's the
That is
Americans approach
funny,
us.
honey.
Yo.
Right?
That's
We
funny.
never approach them. We never
I've always said to people, do not
Funny.
trust the words of politicians. Do not trust the words of politicians.
People continue with foolishness.
So Nestor Morgan said we don't trust the word of politician. So why don't you listen to Nestor Morgan? Eh? Why you don't listen? And the people them are in my comment section for some of my video them. You know, I unblock everybody, you know. I unblock everybody from my page. Come in the comment section. I start beat and teaching no live, you know. Yeah man, I start beat and teaching no live because the level of nonsense on the type. It's too easy. You see, if you're not the one debate, you see, if you're doing a debate, you have to come with, you know, salient points, you know, arguments that can stand high levels of scrutiny. The arguments they want to make too basic. It's like a young lady coming on my comment section. Or a young lady coming on my comment section, right? And you remember the video on TikTok we go viral, TikTok with the old lady and our you know, our house and thing. And well, I can't even say a house. You look like one, no disrespect. You look like the lady living in one garbage heap, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable. I am very upset. I don't know the woman from Adams is an elderly person and it pissed me off. I'm gonna do a video and me do me talk over upon it because there was music on it. In the comment section on TikTok, it's on YouTube too. You get to find out say the lady come from a St. James side. And there was somebody in the comment section that said she all know the lady. No. I'm saying this. St. James is dominated by the Labour right now. St. James alone of PMP. Queen of the South, big up yourself anyway. Mr. Keisha Birchett. That is an area that was damaged by the storm. And you're telling me that 8 months, almost 9 months now, after that storm has passed, a person that is elderly and, you know, obviously vulnerable, the most vulnerable, the government has not assessed them yet because there's no way that lady get assessed, you know, and don't get help, you know. Our condition is so deplorable. She can slip and fall at any time, and nobody probably not check on her, and then we say the lady is no longer with us. Then find, God forbid, Jesus. When I saw the situation, I was worried, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not telling no lie. And I was very upset. Anyway, the young lady said in the comment section, said, "Oh, me no say. The Prime Minister know the lady condition." So I say, this question is not helping the Prime Minister. You should be ashamed. After 8 months, you're questioning whether or not he knows. But if he don't know, it even worse. Because he should know. In no situation he winning. If he don't know about the condition, it worse. If he know how to do nothing, it's very, very, very bad. Because that would be neglect. And one would be incompetence. So it's either the Prime Minister, government incompetent, or they are neglecting the people, or both. It could be something in between. But like I said, none of it is good in terms of analyzing and assessing the way how the government is dealing with things and operating. None of it is good.
If you listen to the new ambassador, the new American ambassador who is coming to Jamaica, when she was being reviewed and interviewed in their Congress, you know what she said? She said the Jamaican government has done so well to reduce crime. Then how would they now come to ask us to take murderers and criminals? No, foolishness. And we would never accept that.
Yes, sir.
So the people who are likely to come are persons who are vetted, and we are insisting that whoever it is that will come, and they are not deportees in the strictest sense of.
People, listen to this nonsense when I tell Eugenie.
Jesus.
People are coming, are not deportees in the strictest sense of the word. People, they are deportees. They're being removed forcibly. They're not saying that we want to leave. They're being removed forcibly. And when they remove you forcibly from the U.S., it's called deportation. Meaning them don't want to. You don't know why Eugene even stand up there. Eugene, you never even look on him. You should have walked and left him.
The word, as we understand it, they are coming here.
You see why I can't trust Andrew? Andrew, I try to convince you to say that they are not deportees in the strictest sense of the word. Brother, they are deportees. Period. And if the government cannot be honest about that, then can't be trusted. And it's clear they're not being honest. They cannot be trusted, Jamaica. I'm sorry.
Transit back to their home country.
Mr. Prime Minister, why would somebody who's, let's say, going to Colombia, for example, transit to Jamaica to Colombia? Why would anybody going anywhere transit to Jamaica? It makes absolutely no sense, Mr. Prime Minister. You know it, but you think you can fool Eugenie. Eugenie, I know you that. Eugenie, I listen to you and you know that she's not paying you any attention. Eugenie is watching the program right now. And Eugenie said, me know I couldn't trust him, you know. I don't know why me wear the green go. But then Eugenie, I think Eugenie must get the house. So Eugenie have to do what she have to do. But Eugenie, you know.
That's it. So they're not expected to stay here for any long period of time. It is a mere transit period. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Information, they will give you more information as they have completed negotiations. But I want to give you the assurance. Not to follow foolishness. Absolutely nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. All right? And nobody has come to Jamaica under the agreement. So
What was that?
No, you know, you're the person who's as a litigator. When a person says something serious and he starts to snicker and laugh, you know that's if you put him on that what you call it, lie detector, it can go weird.
Dance.
Dance. You know, in talking to clients, you know, and when they, you know, there's a dispute between people. You know, you can know when someone is lying, and you see you hold on to the person. You understand? Because you don't want your body language. It's like when I went to Parliament and this guy that talked about something and him either roll up in another thing. Come on. You know, my gosh.
Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. There's so much here. Hold on. Take a listen to this. So the lady at the
You
moment.
rush off the previous panel and take up so much time with introducing me, even though I
This is RG Marks. Listen to this.
know with recent
Yeah.
headlines in the paper, it's a good thing to remind persons of who I am.
Hold on.
Because there seem to be a
Let me see something now. Oh wait, it come with it. People, listen to this. It's
Very important.
Let me say.
it's a genuine conflict.
Let me just say something. That there's an issue here that nobody's paying attention to. You know, there's an issue here that nobody except us around this corner paying attention to, and that has to do with security classifications and the handling of sensitive, compartmentalized material.
Listen to this.
Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. Look at this. Look at this.
Of the two matters. But when the sequence of documents became clearer, it was at what is happening, how things are treated in the media, and how we are destroying people's reputations. You know, at first I believe that there was a genuine conflation of the two matters. But when the sequence of documents became clearer, it was evident that the public had been left with a deliberate, incomplete, and misleading picture. It was evident that there was an attempt to do some character assassination.
Listen to this now, people. She put out a gem. I'm going to know how the journalists in Jamaica never follow up on this.
And it is important to note that the person who leaked the information about MOU.
You hear that? Only hear that? Only hear what she said? The person who leaked the information about the MOU, one person, apparently she knew who. So we'll get to the question now, who leaked it? Listen to this.
Jamaica. Personally, I never listened to this clip with Archie Marks because I got disinterested because it's just too many lies, right? But what Mr. William pointed out, the person, one person, which you would assume that you know who the person is with you. That is a very brilliant observation. Keep that in mind. Let's continue.
Being signed in the public domain, had access to the MOU itself, and could have released the MOU that would have debunked some of these allegations. They also had other documents, including the proposal that I had made. And
how she know this? How she knew? So the person who leaked the MOU, because you what you said, they don't leak the full MOU, you know, because you said they leaked it, there's information in there that would have debunked everything that's been said in the media. She went on to say that this person had more information. How she know this?
That structure showed how a structured work program would work and how the numbers could be increased. None of those documents were released in the public domain. So this was a deliberate effort to confuse and.
So Audrey Marks is speaking about specific documentation that's in the MOU. Very detailed. Let's continue.
To cause panic in.
Let me remove this lady and make me play something now. Listen to this.
I know you're pressed for time and you warned me about time, but we have some big issues to tackle.
All right, listen to this.
So Jamaicans can go, foreigners can come, but we are not at that point yet.
Okay.
Yes.
But given the recent history of memoranda of understanding with the United States, why did your administration allow this thing to be made known to the public via a leak in a newspaper?
Well, Philip, examine your own statement.
Why would we leak?
You hear that? You hear that? He said, I know we do it. Why would we leak the information? But then we have Audrey Mark saying, no, it's one person, and we know the person. No, it brings me to this. Let me do a quick lesson, you know. Quick lesson. People, the MOU that you're talking about is a form of diplomatic note. Diplomatic note. notes come in several forms. I think there are like 4 of them. They have the first person, the third person, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what person. A diplomatic note, or in this case, the MOU, is between countries. It's between countries. It's not between a country and the media or civil society or whoever they want. It's between countries, and I can give you the benefit of my experience. The diplomatic notes I handled, they were never transmitted electronically. They were transmitted by hand. We had to go see the people and hand them, and guess what? These people registered that the diplomatic note, they received it. Because on occasions, I had to go back and ask and say, listen, I gave you a diplomatic note, but I can't find a record of it, and they found it in their records, right? It's registered on my side, on the US side, and it's registered on their side. That's a diplomatic note. It's only between, it's a formal way of countries memorializing their intent or their actions on paper. Hand delivered, right? No, think about it. The US, I doubt, would have an electronic channel to transmit diplomatic notes with Jamaica. You know why? Because there is a monster in the room that they don't want to talk about named China. The US government is not going, knowing the presence and the influence of China and Jamaica, they're not going to do these things electronically. They're going to say, no, hand deliver it. Now picture this, the US government hand deliver that MOU, that diplomatic note that you're talking about. And that diplomatic note made its way into the media. Let me tell you what the Americans are thinking now when they sit at the heads of agency meeting inside the embassy, that secure meeting. They're saying, this is not the first time this happened. We have to assume that. They're going to do a damage assessment to say, pull up all the notes that we have given to the Jamaicans. Let's see what we have given to them in terms of what they could have exposed, because this one that made it to the media, it cannot, you have to assume, you have to work on the assumption that it's not the first time it happened. First time we know about it, but not the first time it happened. Next thing is this: if all classified document can make its way into the hands of the media, how can we trust the Jamaican government?
Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Think about that.
And the answer is, we cannot. Now, let me show you, let me show you some examples of diplomatic notes. And then there's a difference between a diplomatic note and a diplomatic cable. Big difference. A diplomatic note, as I mentioned to you, students, write this down, is between governments. A diplomatic cable is within a government. It's not shared with other governments. Here is the difference. Let me give you one with diplomatic bags and TSA screening. All right, here's one that they sent out to all of the other countries. The US government sent this out, right? Here it is. See that? The Secretary of State presents its compliments, blah, 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 blah. And they're talking about examining luggage. And they also talk about examining.
All right, so you guys have to check out the rest of that. I made my point about the TCNs. All right.
Business in the House of Parliament. Philip Paul.
You know that, man. And then even if you look at the bigger picture, the Jamaican workers, they check up everybody on the POM market in Jamaica. In American dollar, 7,000 and change. In America, the per capita GDP are over 60,000.
The Jamaican labourer.
You know that, man. And then even if you look at the bigger picture,
you praise and to your viewers. Leader of opposition business in the House of Parliament, Philip Paul. Good morning and welcome.
All I liberate them come to the front of that class. All I want to wear say 1 p.m. and 1 brogad. All I want to wear back JULIET HOLNESS. Come to the front of that class.
To you and to your viewers and listeners, Portland Spice TV.
Blessings, my brother. Yes. Sir Paul, there was a standoff in the House on Tuesday. What? Tell us about
it's becoming every week now, you know.
It's a regular thing now.
Yes, and you know, it is really unfortunate because that's not how the way the parliament ought to operate.
Not at all.
Not at all, not at all. But we do have a speaker, and you know, I have the courage over what it is. Our speaker doesn't understand the function of parliament, and you know, probably it's a disservice the JLP has done to her.
The speaker does not no, hold on there, no, Mr. Paul, you come out swinging the general. No, you come out swinging, bossy.
We have a speaker, and you know, I have the courage over what it is. Our speaker doesn't understand the function of parliament, and you know, probably it's a disservice the JLP has done to her.
So, Mr. Paul, you defend the speaker and the host and a throw on the bus at the same time, you know. Indirectly and directly. You know, so I'm going to call it for what it is. Jacinto, you're doing, my darling, it is an ugly situation, ladies and gentlemen. But he's going to put context to the reason why he just said that. She don't have the understanding, and then based off how Parliament runs, traditionally, hey Tika, what's up? Based off how Parliament runs traditionally, them really shouldn't put her in the place where them put her. The decision that the Jamaica Labour Party made to make JULIET HOLNESS the Speaker of the House, they knew who she was. It is irresponsible of them to put her there because the Speaker has to operate in a certain way. Listen, this is not about female, male or nothing. The lady cannot hide her emotions, ladies and gentlemen. Her bipartisan nature, or her partisan nature, I should say, her partisan nature to defend her green, she turned Hulk in the parliament. She start make up rules that are not there just to defend the party when she see the party a lose ground in a one debate. So she become a part of the debate instead of being the referee for the debate. That's what happens, you know. And so now we have this ugly situation in Parliament where Parliament cannot run good as long as JULIET HOLNESS is the Speaker of the House. Because things that Queen of the South has said outside of Parliament, things that other members of the PMP have said outside of Parliament, she have them up for it. And she sure says she have them up. If you watch Parliament, you see the body language, you see the anger in her body language. You see her not wanting to give the Queen of the South a chance to speak. Her being spiteful, trying to get back because Queen of the South spoke the truth on an interview. And let her know, listen, the type of way you're dealing with us in the Parliament, you can't get away with that in your marriage. If you choose to and you want to deal with your husband like that, you can't deal with your husband and then call bomb threat. But you can't deal with we, sir. We're not married to you and we ain't your picnic. Straight. She vexed Jamaica. And Marissa Dalrymple vex and have it out to PMP. So every chance she get, she come against the PMP and try for grandstand. Let me tell you. You see the guy the PMP make it known say, yo, we now work with Marissa Dalrymple, you know. And we now work with the speaker neither. Them say, well, we can't tell you about Marissa Dalrymple, but we can't tell you about JULIET HOLNESS as Speaker of the House. So then you remember when JULIET was coming up, I want you guys to go back to the first day in Parliament after September 3rd. And JULIET HOLNESS was going up to, you know, go to sit as the Speaker of the House. Who was there beside her, taunting and carrying her up? Marissa Dalrymple. So obviously, to me, they are very close friends. And Juliet Holness becoming the Speaker of the House again, to me, based off my observation, that was a win for Marissa Dalrymple. She felt like she won. So anybody will say nothing about Juliet Holness, what she not like, them a public enemy number one, right, Tika? So she had go after them. But Marissa Dalrymple, your antecedents not good. You've been charged criminally, fined not once but twice. You cannot speak on persons that have integrity and was never charged for anything from the Integrity Commission. I don't even know how you're in the parliament and in the part of ministries that have to deal with laws and justice. This government is an absolute joke. But let's continue.
Because speakers of the past are selected based on the fact that they're not supposed to be too steep in the tribal politics. They ought not to have been in the belly of the political organization from which they are from. They ought to be able to sit in that chair and hear the harshest of criticisms against the government, and it is not to affect them.
All right. So, based off of what Mr. Paul Buchanan just said a while ago, make we do an assessment. Who in the Jamaica Labour Party has that countenance and qualification that would be fit to be Speaker of the House? This is a genuine question because I've never thought about it. Lloyd, big up yourself. And I would love to hear your guys' answers in the comment section. Which member of parliament, Greet Jamaica, big up? Yes, me read it, man. When she get charged for dumping garbage. Yeah, man. Which member of parliament in the Jamaica Labour Party that you guys think outside of Tom Tavares, Vincent, because him did it so long, it looked like him really could have been the Speaker of the House and he wouldn't get no. So Warmington, you mad? Tika, oh God. Me don't know why on rate Warmington, so you know. Warmington are germs, you know. Warmington are germs. On rate Warmington, so. Somebody say Marlene Malawu fourth. She a first person when they come to my mind. First person, I'm not telling a lie. But me have to probe some more. Me not gonna just give it to her. But more you want to assess still. Warmington, Tika, Jaja. You don't go and tell me what you think.
That is not easy. Knowing the politics that we have practiced in the past. Sometimes people say to me, MP, how come they can be so calm in politics when they're saying such negative things about the PNP? But as a speaker, you have to hear or not hear. And
Yes.
that is what is going to enable you to be above the fray. Our speaker...
Jamaica, you know what that is? That is what you call being a professional. Juliet Holness does not know how to be a professional. We say Warmington no bias. You don't give Warmington? I'm alright. I'm not going to give Warmington still. That's just me personally. Warmington is a flip-flopper. As far as me see. When Warmington come out and say him have full confidence in a Dr. Andrew Wheatley, that him disqualify me. He doesn't have the integral capacity where ethics, values, and morals is concerned to hold the seat of Speaker of the House. Me not use Warmington. At least Marlene Malawu Fort did step up and stand up against the Wagwan Sidoma. At least Marlene Malawu did stand up against, you know, the thing. And the way, you see, because Marlene Malawu is a lawyer, and I believe she was a judge at one time and she have some type of legal. You see the way how they carry themselves, even if they're being biased, the way how the last year, it trained them to try to not be. If you understand what I say. So the DNA of the lawyer would be to look at the facts. And in this case, she have a little bit experience because she been there a while. Yeah, she would be one of the top 5 candidates if so much of them there in the party. When would I give a shot at Speaker of the House on the JLP side? Marlon, I'm only give one none at all. Me personally, none at all. Him not ready. Him know the standing order and everything, but he is biased towards him party when him ready. That's why I'm saying my flip-flopper. Because 1 minute he might cuss out Juliet, you know, on his own behalf. Oh, don't turn off my mic. But you still don't watch her turn off everybody else's mic, brother, and then a champion for that. Because me look on these little things, you know. You can't do what I mean that. That's why I'm ready. Anyway, enough for what I mean that.
Is too much caught up in the rivalry on the floor. And it is not going to work and until that changes. We are going to have every week we go there. This problem. Because it is not, listen, it's not about the standing orders, you know. We hear the speaker continue to mouth the standing orders. And if I can show you how many times she has been wrong. In fact,
hold on there. When you hear what the man said a while ago, when you prepare yourself, it's gonna be a bangarang in Parliament every single city. If them not change Juliet HOLNESS or she don't get it right in how she deal with things. Yes, that's what's gonna happen.
Of late, I have been writing directly to the Parliamentary Council for the pronouncement of the legal opinion on certain issues. And I haven't taken them out to the public, but I'm going to share some of the correspondence. For example, recently, while we were debating the NARA bill, in the middle of the committee, looking at the clause by clause, the speaker, who was chairman then, said, we will not entertain opposition propose amendments to the bill because it is not allowed under the standing orders. Now, I'm there for 30 years, and it was shocking to me to hear that coming from the speaker. So the very next day, I wrote to the Parliamentary Council and said, listen, what is your opinion on this? And of course, they have to say that it was nonsense. Of course, you can, at any stage, whether you are debating the bill, make proposal for amendment, or at the committee level, raise particular amendments, and it to be put.
So, when you remember when I watch that part of, that was very important. That was like the longest parliament in a long while when they were debating the NARA bill. PW big up. When they were debating the NARA bill, ladies and gentlemen, that was a long parliament. And I look on the list of persons them we are part of the Jamaica Labour Party, and I have to say, you know, Martin Malawu fought and Warmington are the only 2 candidates out of everybody. Will make sense. Karen Sia Morrison, nope. James Robertson, definitely no. Delana Silveright, nope. Dwayne Smith, nope. Terry Long, nope. Tufton, nope. Darrell Vaz, hell no. Wheatley, hell no. Delroy Williams, hell no. Donovan Williams, hell. Favor Williams, wah, wah, wah. Witta Franklin, wah, wah, wah. Who else? Let me see who else makes sense. Audrey Marks, can't trust no more. Xavier hell no. There's hell no. I'm not getting hell no. Monty, hell no. Next time, oh my God, Lord have mercy. Who else? Andrew Morris, maybe. Maybe. Put Andrew Morris on the list. You name Andrew Mashimum still enough. That I problem. You see me as a Tika? Lee Christie, hell no. What? Listen me man. Tovia Hamilton, don't know much about her. Yeah, shot. Fly Green, hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Bobsy Grange, you're on your way out. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Delroy Chuck, hell, he right clock. Him need to go. Him there, he got to go. Rhoda Moy, just for the fun of it. Would I give Rhoda the position? Oh my God.
That is funny,
Yo,
honey.
just for the fun of it.
Funny.
Would I give Rhoda the
God,
position,
that is
ladies and
funny.
gentlemen? Just for the fun of it. Parliament to the mashup. Can you imagine Rhoda Crawford at the top as the Speaker of the House? And then Juliet only stuck in Mama. Ball out. No Rhoda call Cliff Hughes and a ball. Say, oh, he Speaker of the House door. Jamaica. Me say, hey, would I love to see Rhoda Crawford get the Speaker of the House? Jeez and peace. Yo, Parliament to that nice, no? No, Parliament to that nice. Eugene was given a pill and the pillow by Wholeness after handing her a house. Bolo, you play the clip already? Yeah, man, play that 2 times already, man. No, man, Parliament to that nice, speaker. Parliament to that nice. You notice me not even called Cuthbert Flynn. I name no worth mentioning. I'm if you tell you. No, sir. Terrible. Edmund Bartlett on your way out. You know who want to see back at you? When you call him? When my man they call Edmund Bartlett. When you call him again? Lockjaw, jelly. I wouldn't say we know some call Edmund Bartlett again. He don't have a name for him, you know. Orange Strong on your way out. We don't need, listen. Turkle Jaw. I wouldn't call him Turkle Jaw Denise. I wouldn't call him. Pernell Charles Jr. cannot be trusted. We don't want him up there. Me not trust him. No rate him none. Marissa Dalrymple push me. All fear name no need to call none of that. Brother, about 4 smaddy alone. Well, kinda makes sense. Tova Hamilton coming on noir. Rhoda Crawford for the fun of it. Everall Warmington. Still not too feel sorry about that. And Marlon Malawu fought there top of the list. Marlon Malawu fought there top of the list. Nobody else to make sense for the team to be Speaker of the House. Nobody. Lollipop Jaw.
That is funny, honey.
No, I know sometimes about that lollipop job. I say, brother, me say, jeez and peas. I look at the man job. I say, yo. Oh, the man come up with them name, my brother. You see, anybody who can make them type of joke that's so serious. Are dangerous people, them, you know? Who call him Ninja Turkey Susie G? Listen, me can't laugh over people, you know, because me can't laugh over myself. So if anybody have no joke against me, I want me look and whatever, hey man, it's all good. I laugh. But if me not like him, I not laugh for this stuff. But me not care. I don't really care about your jokes. More often than not, I don't listen to people like that. You understand? There was this one dude where they threatened all comrades. Say if Andrew lose him, I'll come to Jamaica and do this and do that. And round up guns and all of these things and start analyze people. You know, the way the police them are work. Somebody like that, as soon as they come in our country, the man just lock them up in our place and dash your key, man. You know, actually coming on television to coming on his own channel to come threaten one whole 400,000 people. When him come to Jamaica, if him come, click, prison for life, no chance of parole. How can you threaten an entire group of people? That's one of the biggest human rights violation ever. Because of them vote. Most people who liberate them is that. You know what I mean? Them blind. And them don't, some of them. And I truth, them spiritually blind. Because if they didn't have any spiritual eye, they would have never support this government there. And them follow one cult. And some of them love that they look over something they do. But let's continue.
People, when it goes to committee level, is it a government and opposition business or it is all members of the House?
Yo, Queen Candy say, cartel voice, every day is Christmas, mighty God.
Who's participate?
63 members. We are all lawmakers.
Part of the government.
Of course, it is, I want to say the parliament, which is government. The parliament is responsible for the proclamation of laws.
So Juliet Holness is in the court in the House of Parliament quoting standing orders, and she literally is getting it wrong, because Mr. Paul say I only part time off to go to the committee. Big up yourself, Splash DJ. I only part time off to go to the committee and make them know, say, yo, what you know? Let me know what go on, how this really go. What is the law where the standing order is concerned? Can she do that? And them say flat out, no, she was wrong in her ruling. So how the people, the People's National Party, for they are so sick and know say she wrong and just take abuse. That's like somebody doing you wrong. And you know say in the right. And you have the power to stand up for yourself. And you sit down and allow them to abuse you. And not call them out at least. Come on, man. Her artist Splash, she said not under her dead body. I don't want you to tell her life on Juliet, brother. I want it with Juliet, Juliet, honest, I don't know of her talking on social media. Me have to give her that credit. Only time I come hear she talk, and when she talk in the House of Parliament. Me have to give her credit for that. And yes when election are going, and the other time that I hear she talk. Labor rights? Yo! Jaja, labor rights, Mr. Rat, let's continue.
It is all.
We don't want the all night. Soon gone, but
can get up and say, I don't like that letter in that particular clause. I want it to be changed. The speaker said no. I want it
and the majority carries.
And that's where, because of the importance of what you're saying, that's why we sometimes call for a divide so that we can have it recorded in Hansard.
Who vote? We are all vote.
Right. So in a year from now, 10 years from now, when the history been written, you can say on the 11th day of September, I voted for this thing and the government forced it through with this majority. That's the importance of it. But
yes.
As I'm saying, the speaker misled herself, and we've seen it happen time and time and again.
The speaker misled herself, and they've seen it happen time and time again.
He needs some milk.
That's embarrassing, yo. I ain't gonna care. That's embarrassing. Real talk.
And so our question is that it's not the standing orders, it is the level of reasonableness that the speaker as chair brings to the position, and so far that has not been a feature of the speaker.
But let's go back to Tuesday. What were
100 life? We now talk about Isaac. Oh, Isaac come in. Oh, you want to liberate them when me left in the comment section, because you know disrespect. Okay, me understand why you do that. Yeah, man. Anything to try to cause division, we get it. But guess what? I'm gonna do over here. We're gonna stay focused on the real issues, and the Speaker of the House operating in a manner. The Speaker of the House operating in a manner that actually is causing democracy to be under threat in the House of Parliament. It's anarchy, it's dictatorship. Yeah, that has to stop. The country's business and the people's business is not being dealt with in a manner that is transparent. She's gonna tell Paul to go to the side and talk to the other what you call it? Where my man name Fly Green. No, the question is for the House to be on Hansard, so the world can hear when he's asking about the Integrity Commission report. It's not going to be a situation where no splash digi. No splash digi. Some people leave an impression, you know. I'm a kind of have elephant memory when I feel like, yeah man, so Me I tell you about that person there specifically. Me know what me I talk about. All them I try to do are cause division. Yes, that's it. It's like heckling, because what I'm talking about has nothing to do with Isaac Buchanan. This has to do with Philip Paulwell, right? And when him Floyd Green and the Speaker of the House, and also the leader of the opposition, and also what's that? Tear it up. Shout out to all the support on TikTok. Hey, join the fan club, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not joined the fan club already, what are you doing? Sassy, what's going on with you? No hush-hush situation. I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm not hush-hushing anything. What do you mean hush-hush?
Standing on what was
so? As I was saying, this has to do with Philip Paulwell, Floyd Green, the Speaker of the House, Mark Golding, and Andrew Holness, and how things are done traditionally in Parliament. Because you're not always going to be the government, so you have to deal with each other with a certain level of fairness and respect. What's going to happen to the JLP when the PMP has 52 seats? Would they like to be treated in the manner that they're treating the People's National Party and the leader of opposition, with the level of disrespect, clear disrespect, turning off the leader of the opposition mic? I am infuriated, ladies and gentlemen. Infuriated the amount of times the Speaker of the House has muted the leader of the opposition when he's speaking. And what Mr. Paul is going to explain, these things have never happened before. Never happened before, ladies and gentlemen. So Splash Digi, you see how we make the labor right there show themselves? Look for the comment. You know where my reply to? When the PMP win 52 seats. You guys might have just heard a prophetic word. Real talk. Yeah. You see how them respond? That is what they fear the most. Because they know they have dealt with the People's National Party wrong, and the people of Jamaica. Because the People's National Party represent a large portion of Jamaica. Over 400,000 persons. Oh, you make it hard sometimes, meaning going to the side. Oh yeah, I got you. And Andel, she's way too disrespectful. Way too disrespectful. You understand? Way too disrespectful. That's a fact.
I wanted to bring to the Parliament on Tuesday.
Right. So you know that there is an agenda for the Parliament. And every week, the leader of government business and myself, we discuss agenda items. Now, it has been the case for the how many years of any member can get up and ask a question about a particular agenda item. So, for example, when you get the questions and answers, I can get up and ask, how come this question is not being answered today?
Yes.
On the announcement,
hi Odin,
which is where now the clerk of the Parliament gets up and says, these are the things that are tabled today in the Parliament. I got up to ask about a non-tabling of a matter. The Integrity Commission had reported to the country the day before that
we all saw it.
That the annual report is has been sent to the Parliament and
received. The letter said it was received at what time?
Right. No, this is not an investigation report. This is their annual report. There's nothing in the annual report that you can change, that you can have an issue with, really. Or if there's an issue, you discuss it at in the Parliament. So I got up to ask a question, and I could ask anything. I could ask about how come we haven't seen the tabling of the cabinet meetings report, because that is also supposed to be announced. I could ask the question, how come I don't see the tabling of the financials for the real estate board? I could ask 1,000 questions. The speaker refused to allow me to ask a question. She wanted to go around the back and talk to the leader of government business.
You refused.
Of course. It is not
Why so?
Because we are there to discuss the business of the people. We are there to represent the people. So the people need to know that their representatives are concerned that here is a matter that should have been tabled, and it's not tabled. When you send me to go and talk to somebody around the back, the people of Jamaica don't know about that.
And it's very important that that is done, because it will dispel this narrative that persons try to put out there. Anytime the Jamaica Labour Party is under pressure, ladies and gentlemen, and they start to go off the tilt, where even the labor rights them is upset to them. Jacqueline, big up. Where even the labor rights them upset to them. You know what the labor rights they used to comfort themselves? Sure, if PMP did they not power, nothing better would happen. And then you see the one them were undercover, JLP. Sure, the two party them are the same thing. Because some of them are racist, I'm telling you already. One bag of racists there at Jamaica. And because Mark Golding is the leader, them gobble up this argument because of Everald Warmington and Andrew HOLNESS. Because they launch on the attack of Mark Golding. You see what I deal with? Yeah, them launch on the attack of Mark Golding, color him skin. Them are racist. They are racist, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, I tell you that. Right? And it's not like them are racist in the election alone. Them show them racism in a parliament too. They do it with their level of disrespect. Them constantly attack Mark Golding. Constantly. Yeah, my man there, Desmond McKenzie talk about if you guys don't help us with this garbage situation, by the time in 2040, when you guys might win the election, I say, come on him too. When me him say, me just laugh. Me say, look how he expose himself. First, he tell me, say, he's so incompetent. The Jamaica Labour Party government is such trash as a government that they will have a problem with garbage up till 2040 if the People's National Party don't hold them hand. They expose themselves so much now, it's ridiculous. Me don't know why. Listen, man. I don't know why God put me into this game and into this field, but y'all know, y'all better understand, I'm not the right one. I'm the wrong one, bro. Don't be saying stupid stuff. Once me start to really listen to you, I am going to embarrass you. Come on, know what kind of nonsense that Desmond McKenzie are talking in Parliament about 2040. And if they don't hold their hands and partner with them, they're going to have a garbage problem still. Why other countries now have a garbage problem? Because they put the right policies in place with the right actions. I bet if them put one policy in place now, where them are going to use garbage for recycle and actually make fuel. Like this youth overseas will use plastic to make fuel. Bro, you know got much of a garbage problem, you know? Compost heaps. Right? People training people, rewarding people to put their garbages in sections labeled. Make them get tax right off of that. There's so much things they can do. You understand? Have enough trucks for crying out loud. There is a robot that is used in Japan or one of the Asian countries that literally scours the sea and picks up plastic and filter the sea and clean it up all day. And those same materials are used for other things. Yeah, bro, you can call, man. You can call, bro. You can call, bro. You can call. As a matter of fact, let me call you. Let me call you. Call already. Yeah, Splash.
Bolo. As I say, about that. When me
Yo,
I say to you, Bolo,
why me
you
not
you
hear?
realize, you hear me now?
Them I hear, but me not. Oh, me know why. Hold on the DJ. Hold on. Don't say a word. Let me fix things. Them here's some people in now go hear because me connect the Bluetooth to the other computer. So me just reconnect it to this and then yeah. Ah, what you say now? I went to hang up, right to him hang up. Him not hang up. I mean, oh, me have to call him back. I go call him back. Yeah, man. See that man.
Yeah, man. You hear me now?
Yeah, me I hear now, bro. You have to talk, you know. Me can't to interact because the microphone and the
Right.
Bluetooth
So
it have a revert. So go through.
we just a drop a small, we just a drop a small, something to where you say, as the topic where you talk about, because here you go on now. If you realize, as me I said to Colin this morning, the government have set a decade, two generation of non-skill work. You understand me? I say non-skilled people and no people have to fill in none of these areas where you are talk about. So when you check the levies, it's going to be on a real slope and a rocky road for everybody. You understand me? I say because how long now you have your ear the PMP talk about climate change till me say Christopher Tufton take it up and say keep Jamaica clean, them have this program I run till them stop keep Jamaica clean. You understand me? I say till even the highest office right now in a Jamaica dirty right now. So most of them think the ball it can it be possibly, but the thing is the government interested? It's that, it's not the people, because the people them most of the people them no follow nothing what go on in Jamaica. Ball. And we can tell you more people in a foreign, in a diaspora, more concerned about go on in Jamaica rather than versus the percentage of people in Jamaica were concerned about Jamaica. You see me? So these
Yeah,
are
yeah,
some of
man.
the problems. So I just that me really I say in the argument.
Alright, me I
Government
go
create
respond.
two
Me I go
decades
respond.
right. 2 decades I don't see the government create without.
Yeah, man. Alright. Alright, big up Splash Digi. Thanks for the call, bro, every time. Alright. Ooh. Lord have mercy. Alright, so we'll go connect back this now. Boy, I need one next Bluetooth speaker. I need a murder. I need a next Bluetooth speaker. And I know. I true, man. Alright, my people. So, Splash Digi. You understand the point they were making up. But my point was not about the people. You see me? I am saying the government to make implement the right policy there and then incorporate the people, because really and truly when it comes to garbage collection, we the people we play one huge role, Yeah, man, we play a huge role, man. And what me I say is this: you can give people tax write off for collection of garbage. and sorting the garbage as well. The proper sorting of the garbage. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. That will give them an incentive to do it even more. And everybody wins. People get tax write-off for all different type of things. Look on the big old company them will pay tax. Billions of dollars and get tax write-off. So a regular citizen that is paying them taxes and they actually have a record of sorting their garbage in the right way, that make it easy for them to do, for the government to do recycling. Jamaica, may I tell you, there's a lot of technology out there, you know. Lot of technology out there in terms of recycling and even water purification. You see the man them even purify water where come out of toilet, sewage water. Yeah. Yeah, me see them do that. Them have machine to do that. I'm not taking it that deep, you know. What I'm saying is this. There is things out there that are proven already, technology, safe, that can be used. When it comes to keeping Jamaica clean, keeping our ocean clean, all of that, yo, the man of is strict on things, brother. And you see, this is why it requires a government that is not afraid of accountability, you know. And this is where corruption is a problem. Because if you have a corrupt government, they are going to loosen the system to make the big man get away with certain things. And then the small man, them squeeze them neck and then pressure them. That is a problem. That is a real problem, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get back to Mr. Paulwell. And then we wrap up.
The Commission have been put out that a report has been sent. They want to know where it's been. People of Jamaica don't know about that. They are anticipating that the Internet Commission have been put out that a report has been sent. They want to know where the report. So I'm not going to go around the back and talk to everybody about it. I'm going to speak on the floor. And I believe, again, the speaker was wrong. And again, she's getting too much involved in government and opposition wrangling. She has no business in that arena.
In the first time, Philip Paul, when she was chosen as speaker, you said as convention you had seconded. This time around, the PNP wrote and let them know that they would not support her nor Marissa Dalrymple Filbert. But do you regret even endorsing her the first time around?
No, listen, there's some parliamentary.
No, more to liberate them, especially if you open up on the ears. Because anytime if the government serious them bill up for that, what if a thing them can do, Kerry? What if a thing? It's a lot of things them can do. But what I'm saying, I want to liberate them for open them ears because you are going. Anytime the speaker of the house is brought up, I notice the liberate them do so. Philip Paul will they vote for her and this weak argument. I want to open up on the head, open up on the brain, and absorb the information thoroughly. And make sure say no partner leak where the information can leak through and not fully absorb. We want to make sure say soak up in our brain what the man are going to say right now. In a Jesus mighty name. So you see when this argument about the Speaker of the House and the PMP come again, and we are say, what we are say, we don't want to now make that as an argument because it is going to be thrown out in the garbage, not even a garbage, buried 12 foot deep.
Do you regret even endorsing her the first time around?
No, listen, there are some parliamentary practices, and you see we're straying from them now. The government gets whoever it wants as speaker. We have no say in the matter, and it has always been a tradition that, and especially because at the time she was deputy speaker, you know.
Yes,
she was deputy speaker, so it normally is automatic that from there's a vacancy, the deputy speaker would step up. And so, in keeping with that convention, I seconded it at the time. people are still misunderstanding because they believe that there is some role for the opposition in determining who the speaker is. There's absolutely no role.
Which shows this time around that even though the PNP object, she's still the speaker.
Yes, the Prime Minister decides who is going to be speaker, who's going to be deputy speaker. There are just some formalities that we have become accustomed to. And that's the reason why at the time there was a secondment. But we were very clear, having seen how she operated in that period when she was speaker to the time when the parliament ended. We said no, we would not be seconding it. And that was a major statement. It has happened no other time in our history that the opposition refused to second a nomination than this time. And that I don't think people again understood the weight of that statement that we made that day when we did not second it.
So, you labor right them on the air. Anytime you call labor right them come to class, you know. They always jump out of class when they don't want to hear what they want to hear. I see someone jump out a while ago. That's how they can't learn. That's how they continue to dip on TikTok and chat foolishness. Come in a year when you know, but people, I see other people repost some conversation with some labor right on some live. And I say, really? Could have never been me, bro. Yo, I reach one point in my life right now where I don't want to be engaged in certain conversations. I don't want to be a part of it. True. Mix up on the ray, leave me out of it, bro. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And that is me. Mr. Clear. So, it is, the PNP doesn't have nothing to do with who is the Speaker of the House. They cannot change it. So, it is a convention that, you know, they say, yeah, man, cool. But this Speaker is such a virago. She carries such a Jezebel spirit that for the very first time, the opposition stood up and said, we are not, let it be clear, we are not supporting the appointment of a Marissa Dalrymple or a JULIET HOLNESS. But again, they made sure to do that, and the JLP do what they want the same way because the PNP doesn't affect it. So when a JLP member will say, see, they might talk and a complain, but them did vote for it. You're slow, you're dunce, you're misinformed. Any one of the adjectives that apply to you, apply. Because if you didn't know the rules of parliament and you ignorantly attack foolishness, you're misinformed. If people when I tell you and you never want to believe, and you never go do no research for yourself, if you make sure you see a circle, you don't. Either one no good. Either one is not good. Alright? You mislead the people, disinformation and misinformation when they go up on the internet and talk all sort of nonsense about the position of the Speaker of the House. The opposition has not. I tell Mark Golding, Sir Marky G, make sure say the Queen of the South is the Speaker of the House. Yes, most definitely. It's gonna be beautiful. Literally.
There has been this cloud as a result. Understood the weight of that statement that we made that day when we did not second it. And there has been this cloud as a result.
Shame.
And I think it gave her the opportunity to prove to Jamaica that she could rise above all the suspicions that we had, not suspicions, all of the previous practices that we had known her to be associated with in terms of the level of unfairness. And she has not risen. In fact, things have gotten from bad to worse. And
so the PNP stated clearly their position about JULIET HOLNESS, hoping that she would change. But, you know, you can't teach old dog new tricks, as they would say. And for all I idiot, them ever say, who you call the woman dog? No. It's a figure of speech. It's not literal. Context matters. Okay? Good. But I did call her a virago though. Not me and me. I'm not the first person I want female call her so. And I did say that she have the spirit of Jezebel. And it is true. She carried the spirit of Jezebel. No, I want to go on. She carried the spirit of Jezebel.
It's likely to get even more worse.
Speak to us about the privileges given to leader of opposition business, leader of government business, and prime ministers and opposition leaders in the parliament.
Yes. So over time, we have developed certain practices. Again, the standing orders, this thing is a very small document. It cannot isolate every single issue that you're going to be having to deal with in Parliament. And even though there is another reference point, which is called MAIS, which also deals with parliamentary practices, there is nowhere that you can have a body of rules that deals with every single issue. So there are certain norms, certain practices, certain customs that have emerged over time because of the way we practice our parliament. And one is a certain level of respect, certain level that you accord your leaders in the parliament. So, for example, whenever the prime minister gets to speak, there is a level of respect. Everybody is allotted a certain amount of time. Nobody would ever raise an issue about the prime minister's time for speaking and to say that boy in going on for 4 or 5 hours. Nobody would heckle him in a sustained way. And of course, when he gets up to speak, the speaker would allow him, even if it were an item ready that is not relevant. So too the leader of the opposition.
So the same respect that Andrew Holness get in a parliament when him are doing debate them, when him get up to talk and everything, is the same respect the leader of the opposition should get, based off customs and practices. But this Speaker of the House and the rest of them not depend that.
And also, very importantly, the leader of government business and the leader of opposition business. So, invariably, a speaker will hear what they have to say. But not so anymore. Of course, the speaker will hear anytime the leader of government business gets up to speak on any matter, on any issue, any points of order. And of course, the prime minister. But we have seen where she has turned off the microphone, not just for me, but for the leader of the opposition. The leader of the opposition is in our constitution, you know, as a recognized body in the constitution.
When you hear that, how much I didn't know that the leader of the opposition is recognized in the constitution? That is how much respect the leader of the opposition has, whoever it is. Therefore, in the House of Parliament, that person should command a certain level of respect. The leader of the opposition is extremely important to our democracy. So you see, this carries me back to when we were hit by Hurricane Melissa. And Andrew Holness said, the leader of the opposition spoke to him about Momo, what's up? The leader of the opposition spoke to him about playing some type of role, right? Where, you know, him and the People's National Party in helping to get Jamaica back up on their feet and in the recovery process. And Andrew Holness said in Parliament, I don't know how that would work. I did a TikTok video. You know, I'm going to start reposting my TikTok videos. Some of those classics. Yeah, I'm going to start reposting them. I did a TikTok video about it. And I said, man, if you want to know how, you know, you saying that you don't know how that would work, it shows your level of mental capacity, one. It's pretty limited. Right? And then if you were not a narcissist, you could say, well, and you were humble, you could say, well, listen, I honestly don't know how this is going to work, you know. Let me talk to Mr. Golding and see what he would propose and see how best we can work it out. And still big up yourself. And that is if, as Gold, big up, that is if you actually have any intention to work with the opposition. And that's another thing. Person say Mark Golding is soft. Listen, the reason why, and I'm speaking specifically, yeah man, I'm speaking specifically after Hurricane Melissa. It was very close after the election. Sylvan, big up. We as a people, Mark Golding was looking at everybody, all Jamaicans, not green, not orange, as he always does, because the word is love, for real. The man was looking at all Jamaicans and he was like, yo, how can we get the country back on its feet as fast as possible and help everybody that needs help? I am ready. I am of service. And plus, I have some ideas to make the logistics of things run more smoothly and faster. And Mark Golding was ignored. He was discarded. He was not looked at. You know, he didn't have any place for him. And instead of asking him, you know, what do we think could be, you know, an era where he could help? They just, he said in Parliament he doesn't know it's going to work, and that was the end of it. There was no effort after that to see how it is going to work. He basically told Mark Golding in Parliament, listen, me can't figure out no way how me and you can work together, you know, for help Jamaica to recover faster, you know. We and the Jamaica Labour Party is just going to do it on our own. The man is so bitter towards Mark Golding because the man called out the truth about his statutory declaration and the fact that he should step aside. Him still bitter Jamaica. Him have up Marky G. I mean, I tell you, Mark Golding, the other day, you were at a function for the diaspora. Me hear say him don't shake your hand. You no lose nothing at all. Stop shaking Andrew hand. What them dipping in a clean. Don't shake him hand. I'm gonna advise every single member of the People's National Party. Do not shake that man hand. Give him an elbow. Remember in a pandemic, yeah man. So if you want to say boy, whatever, no man. Me still have trauma, you know, elbow or whole of foot. No shake no hand. There's something about the palm of your hand, you know, and transference when you do this. Hello, somebody. And you see when your that's why who you lay in bed with, you know, is so important. If you lay with a witch or you lay with a Jezebel, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Careful who you lay with, men and women. Men can be witches too. Warlocks. Let's continue. You remember when Pastor Peter Chambers spoke about saying that he has shaken many leaders' hands, and some of them don't even shake it because the Spirit reveal what they are part of, and he can't shake unclean hands. That is it. No handshakes, ladies and gentlemen. No handshakes.
And he's been treated in this way. It is wrong. And again, we have to call her out on it every single time.
What's going to be happening going forward? Tuesday, there are also two other reports sent to the Parliament by the Integrity Commission. That is in the public as well. The Integrity Commission annual report. What should we expect Tuesday if these are not tabled?
No, man. Well, they have to be tabled. The opposition cannot be a responsible opposition and just sit by and allow the Parliament to sit next Tuesday and the report is not tabled and these two other reports are not tabled, no man, then you would not have any respect for us.
Let me tell you one of the things that impressed me the other day, Sir Paul. Well, there was an issue and I hear the opposition say we now walk out of what? Is that a new stance by the opposition?
Yes, because I think people misunderstand when we walk out. They believe that it is more cowardice to walk out. It doesn't really present to the public what the main issues are, and it makes it appear as if we're afraid to confront the government. And when we say confront, we mean on the issues. So you're going to see less walking out, but you're going to see a lot more resoluteness in the opposition. Because, listen, it's thousands and thousands of people vote for us.
404,000.
Precisely. So we ought not to feel that we are in any way diminished from carrying out our role, or we ought to feel diminished from carrying out our role when compared to the government. The government probably has about 40,000, 50,000 people more. But
no, 10,000 more. 10,000 more, Sir Paul. I think they got 414,000. The PNP got 404.
You are absolutely correct. So in the scheme of things, it is negligible. It is negligible. So we can't be treated as some third cousin inside the Parliament. We are almost equal. And we are going to show that we are such in the Parliament.
The Prime Minister said he would, when he was in opposition, he would sit in the Parliament with Mr. Azan, at the time, Minister Azan. Here we are now with Dr. Andrew Wheatley, recommended to be charged, Xavier Main, recommended to be charged, the Prime Minister under investigation for illicit enrichment. Some people are asking, why is it that the PNP is so comfortable sitting with them, listening to them speak?
No, the PNP is comfortable. The PNP has made its position known. We listen, when you're elected to Parliament, we can't exert the pressure to tell you to step aside. It's the people who elected you who really ought to do that. So we appreciate your position as a member of Parliament, but it's quite a different thing when you're a member of the executive.
Yeah, there you go.
Of the cabinet. And the cabinet is under the total and sole dictate of the Prime Minister. So it's not the electorate that determines the cabinet. And so we believe, and I am seeing more and more civil society supporting the position of the opposition, that a minister ought not to be in the cabinet when these allegations are being raised, or more importantly, when these charges have been proclaimed. So that's our position. And we will continue to argue against the retention of these persons in the cabinet. But as far as the Parliament is concerned, whilst we can argue about it, we can't force the so-called people's elected representatives.
Right.
I think that has to come from the people themselves.
But the executive and the cabinet?
Different thing. And that is where we intend to continue our advocacy. And I see where civil society is also protesting, and we ourselves will be involved in protest.
Tell me about, before I let you go, tell me a little bit about Petrojam. We are seeing where it seems like Petrojam is in trouble. Nobody on the island know more about Petrojam and the Ministry of Energy more than you. Tell us what is happening at Petrojam.
Well, you know, on Tuesday coming, and you better watch for this, the Minister of Energy has some questions that I have tabled, and it should have been answered last week Tuesday. It is my discretion based on the standing orders as to how much time he's allowed. I'll just allow you to speak. Yes. So he has to answer the questions Tuesday coming.
Yes.
And I don't want to steal my own thunder, but you tune in because you are going to see either another explosion in Parliament, because I am determined to get the questions that I have asked answered, and I'm determined to ask follow-up questions. And these questions are going to be pointed. These questions are going to try to elicit answers, some of which I know already, some of them I don't know. And I'm determined that the people of Jamaica will have to get these answers on Tuesday. The price of electricity is too high. The price at the pump is too high. Energy is too important an issue for the Speaker not to allow me to ask these crucial questions.
But would you be surprised if she stopped you, Sir Paul?
You know that in Parliament, I try to be calm. I don't get ruffled. But I am going to be insistent. Mark my word. I'm going to be insistent because I know the rules. I've been there long enough, and I'm going to ask my questions.
What are your views about the removing of the four?
Only hear that? Parliament I got hot. Different PMP in the people. Turn the thing up, you know. The country, Andrew get enough time to do the right thing and, you know, then work with him or try to work with him and refuse them. Now, them have to work for the people. 9 months, within the 9 months now after Hurricane Melissa. Right? So, electricity, life too hard at Jamaica, man. It's too high, man. And we not get the money. Them give people them $1,000 upon them pay. Stink.
50 cap on fuel.
I don't want to say anything about Petrojam or JPS before next week Tuesday.
Before Tuesday.
They are the subject of questions that I have asked the minister, and he has to answer them on Tuesday.
Is Petrojam running out of fuel? Is there any truth to that?
Well, I've heard the rumors, and I intend to make sure that the minister speaks definitively about that. So don't pray for today, man.
All right, sir. All right, Sir Paul. Well, thanks you for your time. All
right, so me have some miscellaneous, so me I go play, ladies and gentlemen, because me see too much hate go on in our football for Argentina, and you know, so this is go rough for some people for that now. Me see man them try to demonize Lionel Messi. But Lionel Messi, I want good youth, you know. I not rate that, you know. It's a youth I observe over the years. A long time I watch football. You understand? Long time I watch football. I know everybody have them bad day and them have them good day. You feel what I deal with? You see the type of stardom where Messi shoulder. Not for the people them where I criticize Messi. Them couldn't handle themselves with the level of grace and humility with Messi handle himself. But as I said, human beings are human beings. Listen to this.
Messi made 3 shocking decisions. In the match between just 6 hours after Argentina defeated Cape Verde, Messi made 3 shocking decisions. In the match between Argentina and Cape Verde, Argentina advanced to the round of 16 with a 3-2 victory. But unlike other teams, Messi did not celebrate with his teammates immediately. Instead, he acted on 3 decisions right away. First, in this match, Bozinha made 8 brilliant saves, 4 of which came from Messi's shots, and he even saved a free kick from Messi before his team was fully set. This fighting spirit deeply moved Messi, and in the tunnel after leaving the pitch, the legendary player stopped, took off his jersey, and waited in the corridor for Bozinha just to personally hand it to him. Secondly, considering that the goalkeeper's contract had expired during the World Cup, and that he had publicly expressed his desire to continue his career, Messi believed his experience and mentality deserved a new stage, and if possible, he said he would support pushing his club to offer him a more generous contract. Finally, Messi also proposed personally funding Bozinha's medical treatment to help him address a long-term eye condition, pterygium. This was not only a gesture of respect toward an opponent, but also an acknowledgement of Bozinha's professionalism, encouraging him to continue his football career. Just 6 hours after...
Messi is just that type of human being, you know what I'm saying? Take care of him in eye surgery. You see what I deal with? And he's not necessarily an Argentina fan. If Messi win the World Cup, I'm elated. Man, a general, like best footballer in the world. Period. Ever. Hands down. No apology. None. There's no argument they can give me. I can't tell you that right now. You can't argue with me on this one. Understand? Yeah. I will still give everybody else them flowers and them props. But the man is the magician. He's the whiz. You see me idea with, but you know, give him the eye surgery and him a look for, make him in team, take him on and give him a contract, him on a 40. And you know, so then country there in Africa, I mean, For the man before and still in that game, I know him have a passion for it. And I think I would love for him to go to Messi's team. Because the way the man them goal, 8 goal Jamaica. Listen, Messi and no somebody for listen to me. Messi no normal enough. Messi no normal. When I get mad, no, I not get mad. Cause I don't like say me to all some people come off of Messi and Argentina. You know, it's like wow. You know what I mean? Marriott Brazil, give them their respect and give them props as a team we always show up. But some of them too arrogant. Some of them are bandwagon too where they in our country. Them don't even know football. Them don't even watch football, bro. They don't see everybody else a jump up and a jump up too. They don't really watch the game. You understand? They don't really know. I come from football, you know. I choose me to talk me history. Sports in my blood. Right now, we can switch up and turn to a sports commentator and done with politics. I have that talent there. We can literally switch up and become a sports commentator right now. Just like that. If me start getting back in it, I'll drop them thing there. You understand? Drop them thing there. I'm soon drop certain things too. Cause we put more focus on God right now more than anything else. But anyway, big up Messi. And then he might try to get him a contract and deal with him honorable. Now the ladies them when come my front eye class. Now start to them part I show here. Now ladies listen up. Someone else for uno.
Have Mel. Black women, answer me this. We have males that have the same hair texture as us. Why aren't they wearing wigs and weave to protect their hair? Explain to me this. And why a lot of black men dreads be longer than us?
Message.
Hair be longer than us.
Message.
But then we're sitting here saying we need to protect our hair. Why don't they need to protect their hair? And they got the same hair texture as us.
Message.
It's only women that are not noticing that they are brainwashed to think that their hair is unprofessional, to think that their hair is hard to maintain, but never try to maintain it. Again, we have another sex with the same hair texture as us.
Message.
And they don't wear wigs and weave. They embrace their natural hair. They wear their natural hair. And y'all sitting here saying it's hard to maintain. But you just don't want to admit that you hate your hair. And that's why you wear other textures that's not yours. Y'all hate your hair. We have another sex that have the same hair texture that don't need to protect it. Black women, answer me this.
You see, these types of conversation I love when it comes from females. Because women get sensitive when men start to talk about topics like this. Ladies, the man them have the same ear, the black man them have the same ear. And them don't wear wig. Why for them ear grow so long? Some of them ear grow long and phone. I wanna talk about phone here hard to manage all of this nonsense. What the man them do when them got hairdresser? Forgot caring with them ear and so. Them do them twists. You know what I mean? Them wash, dry, oil, you know. Ear grow. Them not cover it. Most of the time, they not put on no wig and not boil up them head. Message. Let's continue. On to more serious topics. Jamaica, judgment. One more video after this, I'm done.
On this music video. Look here. I am very upset right now. If you cut me, you won't see no blood. And this is a righteous indignation. Look here. Everything about that music video is very distasteful. Okay? You know what really hurt me though? The Bible verse that was quoted in the disclaimer. I'm going to put it somewhere here. Look here now. He quoted Matthew 7 verse 2.
Oh, so Valiant Shatter. I never did see this. So he put one Bible verse in the song? Damn.
And this says, for in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. But it don't stop there, so. Because you see, people like to quote verses, the Bible verses, to suit them. To to make their narrative look good, right? But when you're quoting that verse, make sure you read it same. I'm gonna stop here, so I'm gonna read it 4 and I'm gonna read a few verses after to get the whole context, alright? Look here now. So Matthew 7, verse 1 to about verse 5. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in a brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. That's verse 1 to 5. So now I'm going at this. So the Bible verse that was quoting, that you stop right there. No, the whole context is that we can judge, but we can't judge from a stand if we're doing something that we're judging. We're just being hypocrites, okay? So ensure that when you're going to judge somebody, and I can judge because I'm not partaking in those worldly things, so I can judge. That music video is very distasteful, okay? So I can judge, okay? Because I'm not a planet in my eye. I'm not in that world, okay? So I'm going to say, that music video is very distasteful, and that Bible verse was quoted out of context. Read everything, read the whole context, and know that we can judge, because we're judging right now. We, the Christians, the true and righteous ones, not the play one, them, not the lukewarm one, them, the one with the fire for God, are judging, and we have all right to judge that music video. It was very distasteful and it's disrespectful to the Most High God. Okay? And may I say so in Jamaica, I need to stop. Well, under judgment, you know, you swing on the road if I beat way, and I'm not man. We need to go repent and beg God for some mercy, because what is coming for this island of Jamaica? Lord have mercy upon me. So I want to give my two.
No lies detected, ladies and gentlemen. It's the truth. No lies detected. And we want to Valia do the right thing. You understand? Repent and all of these wonderful things. You see it? Yeah. I'm talented enough. But if you using talents, then for God, if remember, say I God gave talent. Amen?
Mr. Andrew Willis, as I'm concerned, Jamaican, and I'm just expressing myself because of freedom of speech, that we think you have done enough now, where we realize that the constitutional laws that govern the people are not met. And I'm seeing where you're pretty much doing what you please based on not remembering that this is a democratic country and we vote by election, and we have voted you based on your credibilities and what you said that you were going to do for the people, that we voted for you. Now, I'm normally not a person who come on here and voice concerns, but as a Jamaican, they say when you sit, you are consenting. So I'm not consenting to the treatment that I'm seeing that is there more and more with harsh condition.
No, big up that lady. The thing gets so bad that people that come out and talk every talk. I don't listen to this yet, you know. Talk your mind, ladies.
And the injustice of the people, especially people of St. Elizabeth. I've been watching from Melissa, and I've traveled through that area, volunteering that area, and I've seen that there was not a lot of aid that was given. And now we see the intention that you had, where you are now saying that these people in this area, they're not able to rebuild, so you are evacuating them. If that is so, Mr. Prime Minister, that is going against the constitutional laws and the freedom of all people. So I wrote a little letter, a quick message. I will get very emotional because I have reached a point where I think it's hurting me. I'm feeling it now. It's like I'm connected to my brothers and sisters. So I am feeling the pain now. It's transparent now. So give me 2 minutes and hear my freedom of speech. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you. I see. Have a glass of wine. The people of Jamaica, especially the people of St. Elizabeth, ask that their voices be heard before decisions are made that affect their homes, farms, fishing communities, which are our way of life and freedom as a Jamaican. The Constitution of Jamaica recognizes the fundamental rights and the freedom of its citizens, including the enjoyment of property, freedom of movement, protection of family life, and access to the courts when rights are threatened. These rights are not gift from the state, says the Prime Minister. They are protections guaranteed under the law. Development should never come at the cost of injustice. Process should not require the displacement of people without meaningful consultation and transparency, fair treatment, and adequate compensation. The land of St. Elizabeth is more than soil. It is the inheritance of generations, the source of livelihood for the farmers, fishermen, and the foundation of communities built through sacrifice and perseverance. We respectfully urge your government to ensure that every action affecting the people is carried out in accordance with the Constitution, the Land Acquisition Act, principle of natural justice, and Jamaica's commitment to human rights. Hope you're still here, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you for being here. Where citizens are affected, they deserve consultation and respect. A nation grows strongest when its people feel protected, not displaced, heard, not ignored, respected, not marginalized. The measure of leadership is not only what is built, but also how the most vulnerable citizens are treated while it is being built. May justice, fairness, and wellness of the Jamaican people remain at the center of every decision. We are strong, resilient people, and we fight for what is right, our freedom, and our way of life. For injustice is not the way to take away what our grandparents and generation before us sweat to build for the perseverance of their children. May you finally see this is injustice, Mr. Prime Minister, and as a leader, find better solutions for the development of Jamaica while allowing the citizens their right to freedom and the way of life. Take care, Mr. Prime Minister. Good evening. Peace and love. Shalom.
I'm taking that video down. I'm posting that video. I think I need to play that every time I go live. And I think that those things she quoted from the Constitution, yeah, I think people really need to hear that. Yeah, real talk, Asgold, real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have had another successful live stream. And in terms of how I wanted to disseminate the information and get the point across. And I need your help, of course, to share the live. Alright, and thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you so much. And for those that catch the replay and watch it all the way to the end, amen, you're the MVP, you heard? Check out the video uploads on YouTube. For the persons on TikTok, remember, the link to my YouTube page is in the bio. We didn't get to 50k likes, but it's alright. We'll try another day. And if you come back, alright, Asgold, you have my number, it's right there on the screen. If you don't have it already, see it there on the screen. Text me, WhatsApp me. Thank you, Splash DJ, for the love and support, my brother. Woman of God, everybody. Calligrapher, big up yourself. Everybody, respect. The word is love here. See you guys later. I'm out. Peace.